item. I mean,
Okay. Oh, not yet. 1 minute.
I'll send it to you right now.
Testing.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Today, it's Monday, December the 16th. The time is currently 5:04, and it is time for the Community Development Committee meeting. Oh, I'm sorry, December 6th.
Thank you.
And it is 5:04. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Chairman Rivera,
Present.
Alderman Moisio,
Here.
Alderman Florian,
Here.
Alderman Hayes,
Here.
Alderman Turner.
Here.
Okay, thank you. If I could please have a motion to approve the minutes of the Community Development Committee meeting of Monday, November the 1st, 2021.
So moved.
Okay, motion by Alderman Hayes, seconded by Alderman Florian. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay, moving on to item number 2, audience time. Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak to anything that's on the current agenda? Other than the public hearing?
Good evening. I'm sorry, this is just impromptu. I didn't know I was going to do anything, but my son insists. My name is Vestoria Parker. I am the mom of Carlos Smith, who's on the agenda for A Crazy Place. It is a business that he's trying to spearhead, his passion, his desire as a community young activist in the community of North Chicago, Waukegan, Zion area. I just watched him diligently just work towards being a good human being and being about supporting the community and the youth in this community. So I, as a parent, stand with him in agreement that you guys consider his proposal and that he will be running the best business possible. His mom is his general manager, so that's another incentive. I just want to tell you guys that Carlos is very deserving of this plight in his life. I am extremely proud of him. I am also extremely overwhelmed with this process that he's taken me through. I'm not a great speaker, but I definitely can speak very well for my son. And I know that he will be very instrumental in the community on Genesee Street, and his mom will be security. I don't know why others are not here speaking for him. I don't even know if they were invited, but I am here and I'm right by his side, and I will make sure that his business will be dealt with just as my household. So if you guys will consider in his favor, I don't know what it is that you do, but I'm sure it will be a cohesive decision. Thank you very much, okay?
Thank you very much,
Appreciate
ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Parker.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else for audience time? Okay, being no one else, we will go to item number 3, which is old business. Having no old business, we will move on to item number 4, which is the new business. We will be conducting a public hearing, and the public hearing is for a reinstatement of conditional use permit for Goddess Growers, 99 West Greenwood Avenue.
So just as a little bit of background, this location was awarded a conditional use permit previously. Under the Waukegan zoning ordinance, if a conditional use permit, if a building permit is not pulled within 12 months after the issuance of a conditional use permit, that conditional use permit terminates by its own language. In this case, the applicant, which received a conditional use permit for a cannabis craft grower, was not able to commence their operations because the state of Illinois took over 19 months to consider the applications, the state applications to run what we refer to as secondary cannabis businesses. And so the applicants here tonight are asking for asking that their conditional use permit be reinstated. Because it is technically expired, we had to go through the process of renoticing and conducting a new public hearing. This is something that is normally done before the Planning and Zoning Commission. But in the interest of expediting and allowing this business to get up and running, we're holding the public hearing tonight before this committee. And so what would be appropriate now is if the applicants can come up, we will swear you in. And if you can give just a very brief presentation on your operations and who you are.
Good evening. I'm Alicia Dorson, and I'm here with my partner, Phoebe Dupre.
I'm sorry, Ms. Dorson, can we swear you in?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
So you can identify yourselves first, what you were doing.
I'm Alicia Dorson.
Okay.
Phoebe Dupre.
Okay. And I can do the oath. Okay. Do you swear that all testimony you will be providing is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
I do.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your operations.
So we're here for, as you introduced us, we're here for reinstatement of the conditional use permit. And we have been, we're located at 99 West Greenwood Avenue in Waukegan. And we're just so excited about this opportunity, and we just want to be a great partner with the city of Waukegan and work to make this the best of our abilities.
Alicia and I co-founded Goddess Growers 2 years ago and applied for a craft grower license. This license will permit us to cultivate, extract, and infuse cannabis. We are waiting to hear about a license award, and the delays, at times we have had no guidance as to when we would hear about a license. Recently, we have gotten word that the licenses will be announced by December 20th, and so with this guidance in place, we feel confident that our timeline to get into construction and get moving once the licenses are announced will be more timely this time.
Does any of the committee members, do they have any questions for the petitioners?
No, I'd just say that I feel sorry they got to go through this again when it's already been approved. That's all.
Agreed.
Are there any members of the public who would like to make comment at this time? All right. Chairman Rivera, it would be appropriate now to ask for a motion to close the public hearing, and that can take a voice vote. Does not need a roll call vote.
Okay. Can we have a roll call to close the public hearing? Motion by Alderman Florian, seconded by Alderman Hayes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you very much. Thank you for your presentation. Thank you. All right, the next item is public hearing for a reinstatement of a conditional use permit for Over the Rainbow Association, Kerwan Apartments at 2801 Sunset Avenue And do we have,
Okay, this is a similar situation. We had a conditional use permit that was authorized for this use, which the petitioners will describe. Due to some review issues, I believe, with the state, this was delayed, and the conditional use permit did expire. The petitioners are asking for a reinstatement of that, and so that's why we're having a public hearing tonight. If the petitioners could please introduce themselves, and then I will swear them in.
My name is Eric Huffman. I'm president of Over the Rainbow Association.
My name is Les Russo, and I'm the CFO of Over the Rainbow Association.
Okay, gentlemen, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll be providing tonight is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
thank you.
If you could tell us about your operations, about the delay, and if anything on your application has actually changed.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we built the Gustafson Apartments here in 2005, so we've been a good neighbor to Waukegan for a lot of years. We've had the apartments are all folks that have disabilities, some sort of physical disability, and the waiting list for those apartments has always been incredible. There's only 25 apartments, and a lot of times we've had 60 people on the waiting list. So I kept looking at the vacant land right next to us and decided we ought to try to do something with it, and we finally got site control. We actually got funding from the Illinois Department of Housing, or Illinois Development and Housing, IDA.
Yeah.
Sorry, you think I'd know that by now. Back in 2018, and then the Vantage chemical plant issue arose, and suddenly we have an environmental issue where HUD will not sign off on environmental. So that's why our conditional use permit has expired. We finally have everything teed up. We actually received our subsidy layering review today. We plan to close on the pending your agreement that we can renew our conditional use permit. We plan to close on the 21st, right at the day after the next board meeting, council meeting. Is that?
Do any of the committee members or aldermen have questions for the petitioner?
Yep, I do. You may?
Alderman Turner?
Thank you. I'm sorry, I missed you made reference to it, the Advantage Corporation. I'm sorry, I didn't understand what the relevance was there.
Well, what happened as soon as Advantage, the citizens
It's
were
ETO.
calling to the attention that there was toxic, stuff happening with the plant.
Right.
HUD basically arbitrarily decided there's a 2-mile radius around it.
Okay.
And any new development that had any kind of HUD money in it at all
Right.
could not go forward.
Okay.
So they had to sign off. The plant had to prove that, they had remediated some issues, and then HUD had to sign off.
Okay.
And it's the only HUD involvement with this really is the vouchers for the folks, not the construction costs.
So when did HUD sign off?
It's been a while. It's been last spring, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, thank you.
That's not to say maybe there's not some issues there still, I don't know. We got the green light, so.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Were there any other questions from the committee members or aldermen? Okay. Are there any comments from the public? Chairman Rivera, it would be an appropriate time to ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
Okay, may I have a motion to close the public hearing? Motion by Alderman Florian, seconded by Alderman Hayes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. Okay, the next item on our agenda is item C, motion to approve a resolution adopting a memorandum of understanding, MOU, with Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning, also known as CMAP, to accept planning technical assistance services delivered by CMAP to help the city connect priority transportation and infrastructure projects with diverse funding sources and assist with navigating transportation investment programs through CMAP's Resource, Opportunity, and Impact Program. And we have a brief presentation.
All right. Hi, good evening. My name is Jamie Jackson. I'm a senior planner with the Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning, also known as CMAP. I know my colleague Cole Nieder was here just last month, and I'm here to present another project with which we hope to work with the city. Next slide, please. I would be remiss if I did not mention our Regional Comprehensive Plan, Go to 2050, which has 3 key principles of inclusive growth, resilience, and prioritized investment. And this project really focuses on that prioritized investment. Next slide, please. This is a technical assistant program to make Waukegan's transportation projects what we call grant ready. It's the second round of a program, and it's fully funded through CMAP. So our project team consists of 4 members from CMAP, myself as the project manager, Mr. Nieder as an assistant, Tricia Highland, who's our grant specialist, and it's all overseen by Mr. Patrick Day. We also have the additional support of Lake County Council of Mayors, and within our own organization, what I like to call kind of the data nerds that can crunch numbers for us, and also our legislative affairs folks who are knowledgeable of different grant programs and funding sources available. Next slide, please. So what does it really mean to be grant ready? Specifically grant ready for transportation projects. Well, these are our program goals, and we hope to support the city to determine priority projects, facilitate next steps in implementing those projects, and help to manage the grant administration of those projects once we hopefully secure some funding for them. Next slide, please. And these are our outcomes. So the resources that we'll leave the city with is a prioritized inventory of transportation projects. And these are surface transportation projects that we're doing primarily with roadways, but it can also include transit. We'll form implementation strategies, so those next steps that staff will need to take. And then we'll also establish a customized grant lifecycle process. So that's identifying who in the organization is responsible for what, timelines, and how that all works to make sure that those grants are managed properly and all the reports are made in a timely manner. And then finally, we're going to try to implement this by working with staff to actually apply for some transportation grants. Slide, please. So this is the second round of the ROI program. The first included the communities of Dalton, Harvey, and University Park. This round includes Waukegan and Lansing, and then a third community dropped out because they had some staff turnover. There were many lessons learned from round 1, and Waukegan gets the benefit of not being the guinea pig this time around. Luckily, I will say that round 1 was a success. There were several millions of dollars worth of grant funding that was awarded to the communities that we work with in round 1. So we are optimistic about this round. So how long will this take? Well, this is a relatively quick program as far as planning goes. We are in phase 1, which is just getting to know the community, what the projects are out there, and how grants are currently administered. Next, we're going to create an action plan, which is a customized plan that identifies priority projects, aligns it with the grants, and establishes that grant lifecycle program. And finally, we're going to implement that action plan and wrap up before summer. So the next steps really are to get this MOU approved and then continue on phase 1 and on to phase 2 very quickly. So again, I thank you for your time this evening, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you very much. Does council have questions for Ms. Jackson, please?
Yes.
Alderman Turner.
Thank you. Thank you. Great presentation. So you mentioned that the project could be roadways or transportation. Can you give me an example that Waukegan, the city of Waukegan does not provide, we don't have like a bus service or anything like that, right? So could you be a little more specific in what types of projects you envision?
Specifically, I should say infrastructure,
okay.
So not necessarily service. So we're talking about a lot of the funding that we're going to look at are local surface transportation programs. So, for example, Washington is a roadway that is a project that I know is kind of in the hopper.
Right.
So we'll look at how we can help support that, identify funding strategies to ensure that it gets funded from design all the way to construction.
So then you'd be reviewing engineering studies that have already been undertaken.
We will assess where they are currently and then see where they're eligible for the next round of grant funding.
Okay, great, thank you very much. Thank
Any
you,
other
Mr. Chairman.
questions? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, moving on to item D.
We're gonna close the hearing? That was not a hearing? Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, it is an action item. Okay, I'm sorry. I will need a motion to proceed.
Motion. I'll make the
Motion by Alderman Hayes, seconded by Alderman Turner. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian. Aye. Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo. Aye. Chairman Rivera.
Aye. Okay, now we're ready to move along. Item D, okay, I will need a motion to approve the reinstatement and extension of the conditional use permit for Goddess Growers, 99 West Greenwood Avenue. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion, sir.
Motion by Alderman Turner, seconded by Alderman Florian. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo. Chairman Rivera.
Aye. Thank you. Motion pass. Item E, motion to approve the reinstatement and extension of the conditional use permit for Over the Rainbow Association, Kirwan Apartments, 2801 Sunset Avenue. May I have a motion, please?
Make the motion, sir.
Okay, motion by Alderman Turner, seconded by Alderman Hayes. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo. Aye. Chairman Rivera.
Aye. Thank you. Motion approved. Item F, motion to approve zoning calendar number 2640, a conditional use permit for a recreational cannabis transportation organization at 2755 North Delaney Road. May I have a motion, please? Motion by Alderman Florian, seconded by Alderman Turner. Would the petitioner like to make a comment?
Nope.
You don't have to. I mean, okay. Well, thank you very much. Roll call, please. Does the council have any questions regarding this?
None for me.
Okay.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Chairman Rivera.
Aye. Thank you. Item G. Motion to approve zoning calendar number 2641, a text amendment to sections 8.5-4 and 13.2 of the Waukegan zoning ordinance, allowing multi-purpose entertainment establishment as a conditional use in the B4 district. Are there any questions from the council? May I have a motion, please?
Make the motion,
moved.
sir.
Motion by Alderman Turner, seconded by Alderman Moiseo. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Chairman Rivera.
Aye. Thank you. Item number H, motion to approve zoning calendar 2642, a conditional use permit for a multi-purpose entertainment establishment at 208 North Genesee Street. Are there any questions from the committee? Motion
Motion.
by Alderman Turner, seconded by
I'll second it.
Alderman Moiseo. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Turner.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Mama said it's good. Aye.
Chairman Rivera.
Aye. Thank you very much. Item I, discussion of possible ordinance creating a Class K-1 liquor license for A Crazy Place, LLC at 208 North Genesee Street, contingent upon business license approval. Any questions from the committee members?
Yeah, I got a question.
Alderman Turner?
Thank you. So maybe Mr. Smith can answer. What kind of liquor service is going to be? Is this going to be like a bar, a nightclub, or a banquet? What do you envision in terms of your liquor sales?
Please.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
So basically, the operations of our facility would be twofold. It's a studio / event banquet hall. It's not like an open bar where it's like open at 3 p.m. and you could just come in and get a drink. It's pretty much event-based liquor service from a bar. It's more of a mobile bar type of thing versus it being like a built bar inside of the space. That's type of operations.
Great. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes, I have a question.
Yes, one more question. Thank you. Will you be asking for a gaming license or?
No, ma'am.
There you go.
Okay, any other questions?
Good job.
All right, may I have a first?
I'll first.
Oh, this is just a discussion item? Okay.
Sorry. Just so everybody's aware that with the approval of the conditional use permit, the petitioner will be seeking the liquor license also. That'll come at a future meeting before this committee.
Great.
Okay.
Got it.
So, item J, motion to approve an ordinance creating a Class C liquor license for Tony's Fresh Market, 1700 North Lewis Avenue. Any questions? May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Alderman Hayes makes the motion. Alderman Turner seconds the motion.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Aye.
Alderman Hayes?
Aye.
Alderman Turner?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye.
Chairman Rivera?
Aye. Thank you, everyone. Moving on to item number 5, reports and communications. There being none. Item number 6, adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Motion by Alderman Florian, seconded by Alderman Hayes. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you very much. The meeting has ended at 5:31.